Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Daily Smash for Thursday, November 14th, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Coming up, a lot more on the John Hill situation, including a letter that I plan to send today to SiriusXM. Also, a reminder that Friday we will be live, Daily Smash live, right here on this channel at 8 a.m. And if we go late, we go late.
Yeah.
But we're going to do an hour, solid hour, live Daily Smash Friday right here on this YouTube channel. So join us live, bring your questions and comments, and we're going to have some fun from the kitchen.
Julie Stupin just texted me, your mother is a delight.
Oh, yeah. You guys had lunch, right? Oh, there she is. Folded some clothes. Good job.
Come here, Mom, show me your hair.
I have more jobs for you coming up.
No, come over here.
You want to show off your hair?
I just want to show off your hair. Megan did.
Megan?
We paid for my mom to get her hair done. Her hair did.
Look at that. Look at that beautiful,
Can you see?
beautiful.
Cut everything off.
It looks so natural.
And did you used to wash your hair every single day?
Every other day.
Megan said she said to wash your hair every 4 days.
Yeah.
Every 4 days.
Yeah.
You don't need to wash it. She's,
I need to wash my hair every day because my hair gets so oily. And I
the more
sweat.
you wash it, the drier it gets.
I know. You're not supposed to wash your hair like that, but
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I wash my hair sometimes twice a day.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Amy. I love you, Amy.
Bobby's always a great help. Bobby saw our new house.
Mom. Mom goes, what does John Hill look like? And I showed her. And she goes, wow, he's got a good body.
Well,
He does.
a lot more on that coming up. I pulled a muscle in my back this morning at the gym, like 2 minutes into the class that we went to at 7 a.m. And at first I was just so disappointed because I knew I was done. But secondly, it still hurts. You've taken very good care of me.
My mom gave him a rub down.
Her mom just gave me a rub down. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean on the spot, on my back with some kind of
She's motherly with some CBD.
CBD oil or something.
Yeah, pain relief.
And then Kelly, my beautiful wife Kelly,
I thought I had a heating pad somewhere.
brought me one of these heating things. It feels really good.
Yeah, it's like you microwave it.
Yeah. We did a walkthrough at the Huntington Beach house. Hopefully we close tomorrow, Friday. But first we have to close in West Hampton. I have a story about that, about West Hampton.
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm getting punked. I feel like I'm getting punked, like legit being punked.
Because of all the things we have to do last minute and all the twists and turns.
I was looking for my a heating pad for you in Julie's room. Kelly, MC?
MC?
What does that mean? I don't know.
MC?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Something charger.
Yeah.
Charger.
It says my name on it, and it was in Julie's room.
Of course it was. I got a letter from our attorney with a laundry list of things that we have to do yet again prior to closing, which is today, Thursday, scheduled 9:30 in the morning. And Wednesday, late morning, like 11, I get this, you need to do all these things. Empty the rest of, what?
I just talked to Julie Stupin and her sister, both realtors. As is means as is.
Okay.
Not as it was.
It means as is when the contract was signed in New York. This is the laws are different. They also were baffled by another law that gave them 30 days from the date of closing to close.
Yeah, that's true.
It's different. In New York, as is means as is on the day you sign the contract. So when I removed some TV mounts, some wall mounts, and some drapery hanging things, there were some holes in the wall, and I filled as many as I could. We were in a hurry. I didn't paint.
Well, I think your attorney, this lady, his attorney, is got to be the dumbest box of rocks. I don't know how she's an attorney, by the way.
Well,
first and foremost, she's.
I hope the closing goes through before she happens to maybe see this.
I don't care. Okay, she's the worst of the worst, the worst of the worst.
Well,
and I don't care if she watches this. All right, she goes, "What were those holes for?" I go, I'm like, is that really a question? I'm like,
why are there holes in the wall?
yeah, why are there holes in the wall? I go, pictures, TVs, that's it.
Curtain rods. Yeah. In any event.
The house needs a full paint job. What does it matter? You have to get the whole house painted.
Right. But she wanted me to fill and paint the holes, empty the rest of the materials out of I have 2 sheds in the back, and they were like yard tools and some shelving in one of them and some random like paint cans. Like, okay, I get it. You don't want that stuff, but you're willing to hold up the closing for that. And then she said, here's an estimate from the buyer for all of these items, and one of them was for painting the house, the interior of the house, for $7,500. And I was like, no, and no. We never said we were going to paint the house before they moved in. We don't know what color paint they want. And by the way, it needed a paint job when they signed the contract in June.
Right.
Okay, so I said that to them. Oh, the one big ticket item, which I completely forgot about. I missed it in the report because the inspection report was very thorough. The electric service line from the utility pole to the house hangs too low over the roof. It comes in like low. And when I was up on the roof doing stuff, I would actually have to step over it to get to the other side of the roof because it's that low. I guess it's not up to code. So I had the electrician go by there today, and the bill for that's going to be $1,500.
Wow.
But that's on us because, we do have to deliver it up to snuff. I get that. But whatever. I'll be so glad to pay that $1,500 to finish the deal.
So then I said, you know what? We'll just, if they don't, we'll collect their agreement, right? She's
the earnest money.
The earnest money. She's like, well, you don't want to do that and go up against all these legalities and legal things and blah 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 blah. I go, legal things? We fulfilled everything in the contract. The contract said, and then they set it to these dates. Right. It was supposed to close on September 15th.
Yeah, that's what we thought. We thought we were going to
And
close
now here it is, November, whatever.
14th.
And now they're saying you have to do this, and then we have to close on this other house. The people in Huntington, they did sign up for a contingency. That's on them. Mm-hmm. But we can't get our earnest money back in New York if they that was going to get hold up and.
Well, listen. I don't want that. I don't want to go down that road. And I think at this point, because I was able to get all this stuff done, I don't even know how I did it. Andrew Mullen, thank you, Andrew. Your mom, Andrew's mom, is helping out.
Yeah.
I found this great handyman. I forget who recommended him to me, but we're gonna promote him. He doesn't have his stuff set up yet. He's about to rebrand his business. This guy is awesome. And if you're in the New York area, on Long Island primarily, if you're out east, I got a guy for you to do repairs around your house. He's fairly priced. He shows up on time, early. He helped me out last minute. He went to the house. I'll show you a picture of the living room. You won't believe it. There were all holes all over this wall, and he not only did he plug the holes, but he went and got paint.
What makes him think that we have to do a paint job in there? We're buying this house. It needs a paint job.
We got jerks on both sides of this deal, okay? We got jerks in New York.
And one in
jerks in Huntington.
I mean, I've never dealt with such a-holes in my whole life, but John Hill, okay?
I mean, we both bought and sold a bunch of houses. I've never dealt with anything like this.
I've never dealt with anything like this in my life. I can't tell you.
But
I bought over 10 houses in Arizona.
Yeah.
I bought 4 houses in California. And I've never, ever, ever dealt with
about property in New York, Long Island, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, California. I never dealt with anything like this either.
So wait, as is means as. So are you supposed to leave all the TVs up? As is. I don't understand how they.
No, but
as is to me is.
I guess you could interpret that a lot of ways, right?
Not as, I don't understand. As is means as is. I don't understand how they can.
Well, we both.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, we both have a different definition. They weren't buying it furnished.
And then
so they don't get
it was supposed to close on September.
On or about October 15th.
We're like
on or about.
We're like on or about.
That was my fault. I said on or about.
You said on or about.
Yeah, I just said say on or about because I was thinking on or about would mean on or before. I should have said on or before, but even then.
Even in that language, on or about means a couple days. Am I wrong?
You would think, but in New York, they have 30 days. Who knew that? The realtors here are all baffled by that one. I've never heard of that before.
And then, wait, what did you say? No on the paint job?
There was a list of things that they were asking. I don't want to get into all that right now because we have a lot more stuff to get to.
Okay,
yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sorry,
no, it's all right.
Sorry you had to listen to this.
It's all going to work out in the end. I'm just hopeful. We did, good news, get $100 worth of gift certificates to C's Candies. Thanks, Mike and Kay.
I'm not kidding you. My mom today said, you have the nicest people surrounding you all over the place. She was like, I've never seen anything like it. Mike and Kay are our next door neighbors.
You want to read that?
They're amazing. They got us some vodka that's like bootleg from Russia. They
dropped off 2 bottles of tequila today.
Really?
Yeah. He asked me what my favorite tequila was. I was like, dude, you don't have to buy me any booze. You already got me that vodka. Go ahead.
Our Armenian friends, I love them. Dear Kelly, we know how kind and caring you are, and you are such a special person that blesses everyone around you. We are so grateful just to be able to say hello and tell people we know. Kelly, God bless you. Love Mike and Kay. We love Rick too. She knows I love C's Candies.
And they gave us 4 $25 gifts. Mike, you didn't have to do that. Kay, I mean, thank you guys. We owe you. He asked for 2 books. Autographed copies of Chasing Catastrophe. I have a few left. I'm going to autograph 2 books for him.
Let's go over to their house.
We're going to go over there. We're going to bring some stuff with us, and we're going to have a party.
So then I went to
thank you.
My friend Julie Stupin. She owns part of Laguna Beach Hotel, and took my mom there, and it was like a summer day. It was absolutely
really
warm, gorgeous. There was dolphins playing out.
You saw dolphins?
Oh my God, it was amazing. And the food at Laguna Beach Hotel is the best ever. I mean, hands down, amazing.
Yeah.
Got the wedge steak.
Oh, is that what I was eating just now?
Yeah, the wedge steak.
Oh, it was great.
And
Leftovers
my mom got
were
the fish and chips, amazing. And she bought us lunch. My mom goes, and then Jackie Paul came over this morning, and she brought us scones and croissants and all this stuff. And my mom's like, I have never seen such nice people around you. My smashers, everybody around, like, reached out to me. My Patreon, the nicest of the nicest of the nicest. I mean, it just touches me on how kind and nice. I have such an amazing support group. Like, I want to cry.
Oh, well, you did that yesterday.
I know, but you guys are
getting
so
very
kind.
emotional.
I am emotional because everyone is so sweet, and I just love my community. Everyone is so thoughtful and caring and just amazing. It just chokes me up, and I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, each and every one of you that wrote on Patreon and I didn't read it. I only read one of the comments.
I put a bunch of stuff in here because I want to revisit this because I'm increasingally angry about what John Hill
I didn't hear anything
said.
from SiriusXM this morning. I was
supposedly he apologized, but that just came from one person who said they heard that he did.
I didn't hear anybody.
I
would have heard a whole bunch of patrons come after me. I didn't hear him. He could have called me. He has my phone number.
If he was issuing an apology, he should have called you.
Or texted me.
Or someone should have. So I want to read some of the things that he said to others who wrote in upset about what he said about Kelly. And if you didn't hear it, you're going to hear more about what he actually said in a minute.
So I got my army, because I'm Kelly and I have an army of a lot of beautiful souls out there that are just fighter women that are powerful and they're smart, and they are all of you guys. So you guys are just wonderful, wonderful women. Mm-hmm. And it's so nice to have women back other women up. and not have this creeper, deviant coming after me. And you guys are just, I love you. And I just want to say thank you for being strong. And thank you for putting this whole thing together for me, Bree and Esther, amazing women. Thank you so much for, and a lot of you too, that I didn't mention, putting a whole tally of what he put on social media. Now, I wrote some things on social media that I'm not proud about. Like I said, it was God's way of thinning the herd, COVID, which
that wasn't a personal attack on someone, though.
No, it wasn't a personal attack on anyone at all.
No.
And I got penalized, fined, fired for my social media, okay?
Yeah.
I'm a woman. I'm Hispanic. I am, I thought I was good at my job. I got fired for my social media stuff.
Okay.
Bravo.
Well, let me read what he did.
So
what
this
he said.
is guy that works hand in hand with Andy Cohen. So go ahead.
Can't run it, wrote on his Instagram page, John Hill. Any red-blooded real American wouldn't want people like you representing them in any fashion, nor do they support your hate-filled dark heart. How dare you go on live spewing your hatred for someone who doesn't vote or think the way you do? Andy Cohen would have been canceled long ago if he were not putting small paychecks in the hands of the women he uses to accumulate his millions. Shame on both of you. And John Arthur Hill wrote back, "Shut your effing mouth, bitch." That was his response. Shut your effing mouth, bitch. And someone wrote after that, class act, wow. And he wrote back, thanks, doll. Then someone says, you need to be fired. It's quite comical how the majority of the left works. It's less than playground mentality. Y'all preach love, joy, all equal, yes. When anyone differs in thoughts, opinions, they are the racist, ugly liars. Thank God he's in control. He knew what our country needed. Yes, Kelly has run her mouth, but what you said about white Republican women, real men don't weaponize race policy. Can't believe people follow you. And he wrote back, die.
Now, didn't Chrissy Teigen, didn't she get canceled for telling someone to die?
Yeah, for bullying someone.
For bullying and on social media? Didn't Chrissy Teigen, didn't she get canceled for telling somebody to go die? Now, why is this guy allowed to say this and not get canceled? Why? I want to know. Can someone tell me, please? For a friend?
Asking for a friend?
Asking for a friend?
Looking for my... What did I do with my glasses? Oh, no.
Okay, want me to re-get them for you?
What the hell? I'll cut this part out.
Oh, it's right here. They're right here.
Oh, okay. And this one came a little bit out of context, but someone said, because he said white woman, I mean, Kelly acts like she's a white woman. Does she know she's a person of color? I don't think she truly does. And Esther Universe wrote, how is a white woman supposed to act versus a woman of color? Asking because I'm Mexican. That's Esther, right?
Yeah, because Esther put this collage together for me.
Yeah.
She's the one who did this for me.
How are you supposed to act as a Mexican? Should you be holding a taco everywhere you go? That's what she said. And then someone else said, he's totally angry like a little spoiled brat. And John Hill wrote, eat a dick wiggles.
Eat a dick wiggles.
Now, this is a professional working for SiriusXM, has a radio show. And he's writing that to a concerned listener. And Mrs. Murphy said, I love Kelly Dodd, and the way you speak on a woman is disgusting. She's Mexican, not white. Sounds racist. And fat-shaming, calling her a pig, is gross. Your party claims to be the party of tolerance only when people agree with you. And he wrote back, you don't know what party I'm with, dumb F. I'm not going to say it, but you can see it on your screen. I mean...
Diane Gillis just wrote, I haven't seen Andy's show for a long time. Too woke. Now, this is the thing. You're a businessman. You're a business person. You are supposed to entertain people, right? You just eliminated half your audience. You are pissing off half of your audience because of your radical beliefs. I don't know any person that is running this SiriusXM, who is running Bravo, because what they're doing, if you just saw the polls, most of America is red, okay? You just now pissed off more than half of America, and you're a business person?
Well, let me read one more thing, and I want to read you the letter that I'm sending to Sirius.
Okay.
Jennifer is Manipulation posted on his Instagram. You're the poster child for liberal crybabies. You're embarrassing Radio Andy because of the nasty things he said. And he writes back to her, you're an inbred F word. That's what he wrote to a concerned viewer.
And I guess
listener.
Esther, I'm blocked, so I didn't watch, but everybody on my Patreon, everybody on YouTube, Andy Cohen he took off his comments, and this douchebag right here that hates women, was writing things and then erasing them like a little bitch. Mm-hmm. You know what? You're writing these things and then you're erasing them. Why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing? And you're telling me that I'm too scared to say the F word, the FAGGOT, that one. That I'm too scared to say that word. Okay.
Well,
really,
I penned a letter to Sirius that I'm going to send.
Okay, I want you to read it
to the executives. I'm writing to call your attention to the offensive, inappropriate, vile, and completely unprofessional behavior of one of your hosts, John Hill, who not only hurled unwarranted and unprovoked insults at my wife on air for your many millions of subscribers around the world to hear, he has since responded to individual listeners complaining about his behavior with even more disturbing remarks, including, and I'm quoting here, you're an inbred, can I say it? Uh-huh. You're an inbred fuck. Shut your fucking mouth, bitch, and die. On the Tuesday edition of Andy Cohen's show, with Andy at his side, Hill said the following: she's a effing pig, you dumb bitch, you effing gross fat pig, and her soul is grotesque. Andy Cohen, who told his audience during the same show how important it was to be civil, quoting Andy now, we are always taught as children, and we teach our children to be respectful to other people. Don't be a bully. Don't name call. Don't lie, cheat, and steal. Despite these admirable words, Cohen never reprimanded Hill for his awful comments or gave any indication he objected to the harsh attacks on any level. Instead, he appeared to enjoy it, and only once thought to correct Hill after Hill called Kelly a gross fat pig, and he said, not fat. As a journalist,
thank you for that, Andy.
As a journalist with close to 4 decades of experience in the news business, I know full well the importance of not only behaving within certain standards on television, but also the importance of respectful and positive interactions with viewers and listeners. I can assure you that if anyone at any of the more than 12 news organizations I've worked for during my career said or wrote anything close to what Hill said and posted, they would have been fired on the spot. And that's the truth. At the very least, my wife deserves both a written apology and a meaningful apology on air. I sincerely hope you give this email the weight and consideration it deserves.
Thank you, baby. Wow. Aren't I lucky to have a husband like that? Wow. Wow. Yeah. Thank you for sticking up for me. Thanks for having my back. I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful. I don't know what I did in this life to be so blessed to have you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, what can I say?
My heart was breaking for you yesterday. I felt so bad. I know how upsetting it is. And listen, I know you don't hold back. If somebody comes after you, you go after them, and people hear that.
Listen,
and they're like,
this is the thing. Have I gone? I'm not perfect. Okay.
None of us are.
And it's usually people that have attacked me first. Okay, and that's Teddy, Tamara. They come after me, so I came after her, which I found out well before who she was having an affair with, when and how and where. Okay, I knew that, so I went after her. when you go after girls like we do, there's a little bit, it's a cat fight. Like, you can handle it. But when a man, I don't even call this man, this guy, douchebag, comes after a woman and says things like that, it's a little different, okay? It is. It just is. When a man comes after a woman, it's disgusting. I wasn't raised that way. You weren't raised that way. And I just don't like the hypocrisy that these people spew. 1 minute you're saying you can't say this, you can't do this, and the next minute you're doing it. Like, it's just that the hypocrisy on the left is just mind-boggling. You know what I mean? It's a sickness.
Well, how about, and I know Andy has done a lot of great things for you.
Yes.
But for him to sit there.
And Andy was nice and kind to me when I got fired. He called me. He didn't call Bronwyn. He said nice things. I sent him a baby gift. But would you like? I just want to ask Andy. Would you like a man to talk to your daughter Lucy like this? Do you think it's okay for this guy to talk to Lucy like this? Like, is that okay? And
Well, for him to sit there and tell his audience how important it was to be respectful and not to bully and not to call names, and within the same few breaths of air, be sitting next to his co-host who goes off on Kelly and calls her the worst possible names and is basically bullying her on air. And he's just sitting there like, that's okay, but it's not okay for anyone else to bully anyone else or talk meanly to anyone else.
Right, but so when I do little digs with Andy Cohen, it's not like me. I'm like play with him. I'm like, oh, am I on the wrong side of history now? Because he said I was on the wrong side of history. Am I on the wrong side of history now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what you said.
That's what I said. I'm not coming after him physically. I'm not coming after him for his weirdness. I'm not doing any of that. What?
Until now.
No, I'm just saying.
Just saying, theoretically.
Theoretically.
He might be those things, but theoretically.
I was just giving
you know
you
what?
an analogy.
I think we should just leave it there. I don't think we're going to do any better for the rest of this podcast.
I don't think either. I was just giving you an analogy.
I think that ends on a high note.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to save our In the News for
Patreon?
Our next show.
Which is what?
Friday Live. Come join us Friday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. New time, same Rick and Kelly. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to say. Huh. We've had so much support from you guys. Really appreciate it. So many great comments. So many people have done their research and called out John Hill, and we see the results of that. We encourage you to follow us, subscribe to us on Patreon. It's another way of supporting us. Subscribe to us on Patreon. We have close to 100 new subscribers this week, like 50 in the last 24 hours, and really appreciate it. And would love for you guys to join us too. We have a great time on Patreon. It's a great show. So if you want to, continue to show support for me and Kelly, and and if you enjoy our content, we hope you'll join us.
We're going to talk more on Teddy on Patreon. Two T's in the trash.
More about all this stuff on Patreon, stuff that we can't necessarily say here.
I was just trying to be funny.
Because here we have to worry about censorship, and we can't use music and other stuff, and there we can basically do whatever we want because it's behind a paywall. So come subscribe on Patreon. We'll see you there, and live on Friday.
Thank you so much.
Been a long day.
Yeah, it is.
But thanks for making it better, Smashers.
Thank you so much. It's 6:39 right now, and it feels like it's 10 o'clock at night.
To me, too. Yeah.
All right. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Have a smash-tastic day.